Just so you know, this Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, Jackson Dean Investments, and JDI Multimedia Network. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the TV talk show queen, the pen slayer, multiple national, international best-selling author, and multiple national and international empowerment speaker, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome to Just So You Know moment with a twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. First, and as I always do, I give honor and thanks to God because so many doubt him in the current challenges that we have. But can't nobody make me doubt him because I know too much about him. And he is still in the blessing and the healing business. And I am so glad about it. So on tonight, in this episode of Just So You Know Moment with a Twist, we have Mr. Art Berlango.
Just So You Know moments with a twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just so you know, moments with a twist. Oh, talk show host, speaker, life and success strategist, author. Oh yeah. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Just so you know, moments with a twist. Are you ready?
Coach B, as he calls himself. So everybody, wide and here, please, let's welcome Mr. Coach B. Hey, Coach B.
Come on, my good people. Hello, Dr. Jackson Dean in the building. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. So tell us just exactly who is Coach B.
Coach B is an educator. He's a head football coach. He's a speaker. And I'm also a mindset coach as well. I help people just to get to a headspace, get to a place where they have this belief within themselves, to create the self-image of themselves, to go after what they want, the greatest desires, the greatest dreams and aspirations. And I help them get to that very point, to make that become their reality, right? So, yes, I'm an educator of 11 years. I've been a football coach for 14, and I'm just getting started. I'm here to serve, and let's do it.
That is wonderful. Tell us where your aspirations to be a coach, as far as your all that entails in your coaching. Where did that originate from?
I would have to say originate from because I wanted to give back all I've learned through my competitive experience being a student athlete in high school and in college, and use those experiences and everything I've learned through my journey and bring that back where I came from, to give back to my community. Because there's a young Coach B out there, and I want to make sure that he understands or she understands that this life can be anything you make it. Anything you can make it. I want to bring that. I want to be that individual. I want to be that person to bring that hope back to my community. Bring back something that was not provided to me when I was their age.
You are so right. Anything that you can see, you can be. And that's one thing my parents taught me all of my life is just whatever you work for, you can be whatever you want to be. And I always say, build the you that you want to be. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So tell us some more about you. You're in California, and tell us about what it's like. Give us the whole feel. All right.
All right. Yeah. So I'm here in California, Central California, and the Central Coast, Monterey County to be exact. I grew up in a little town called Salt Lake, California. I'm surrounded by agriculture, so we're mainly known for agriculture. So a lot of people come from Mexico for work. So we have a lot of first generation, second generation Mexican Americans, Latinos, Hispanics, and that's the type of community I come from. Where we're working in the field, and we feed all of America through our produce, through our vegetables, because of what's being picked out on the field every day. And I'm a product of my environment, right? So that's where I come from, and it's a very humble place, a very blue collar place, and this is why I came back to give these kids another option that this doesn't have to be their life. It is a hard life, yes, but your circumstances do not define you.
You are absolutely right about that. And some people tend to get caught within their circumstances, and it's almost like a quagmire. They just can't even get out of it. But it all goes back to what's in your mind, what you
Mm.
believe, and if you can believe it, you can receive it. And I
Mm.
believe that. And so
Hey,
I read somewhere that your parents are migrants, or you remember? Could you give us some information on that?
yes. So I'm a son. My father, he's a first generation Mexican American. My grandparents migrated from Mexico. Their first stop was in Texas. And my father grew up picking cotton in Texas, in the state of Texas. They migrated to California for more work, to work in the fields, to be a farmer, to pick the strawberries, to pick the vegetables, all the produce. And I'm a product of my environment. I'm a son of a cotton picker. I'm the son of a farm worker, right? So I I'm very proud of that, and I'm so proud of the work my father did and my parents did, and this life they provided for me, that I was not going to let this go to waste. I'm very privileged where I come from, because a lot of people in my community grow up, and the kids I teach today and coach today come from many broken homes. They don't have fathers at home, right? So I understand the value and the importance of having a father figure every day of my life, right, to help mold in who I am today. So I was not going to let that go to waste. I was going to use that to not only elevate myself, but now I'm a father myself. So now I'm elevating this even higher. So my kids, when they grow up and they come across somebody I influenced and spoke life into and I empowered, they say, hey, your dad was my teacher. Your dad was my coach. I got you. You're taken care of just because of who your father was. That's the kind of legacy I want to leave for my children.
Absolutely, and that's a wonderful legacy to leave as well. Wow, you told us a lot. Well, you were saying that you are an educator and you are a coach at a high school or college. Which one is it?
So I've done it all, Dr. Jackson Dean. I've done it all. I've done K through 12. I've taught elementary, I've taught middle school, high school. I've taught at the college level. So I'm just here to serve, right? So anywhere I can get in and have a platform to be around young people and influence them and educate them. That's what I've been doing.
So you're more of a inspirational speaker or more motivational speaker. What's your platform? What do you normally speak on?
I'm more motivational. More motivational. Yeah, sports teams, conferences, professional development, things like that. Graduations. I appreciate weddings as well. So yeah. All right.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream when you're fast asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you're a minister as well?
Technically, yes. Yes, I am certified.
Certified? Okay, certified for officiating weddings.
Yes.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. So tell us more about your coaching business.
Yes. So I started this program and I want to help people understand how powerful our mind is and our thoughts, right? And my favorite book says, as a man thinketh, so he is, right? And Earl Nightingale said the same thing. He says, what a man thinks about all day long, he becomes. So I learned this later on in my life, probably the second half of my life, and I realized how powerful this is. And I want to teach that to people to help them understand, like, your mind, you can shift these paradigms that are blocking you, that's stopping you, that's preventing you from becoming the best version of yourself. So I want to help unleash that for them. I'm going to help enlighten them to understand that your mind is extremely powerful.
And I totally agree with you. I was saying from my book, Level Up to Mindfulness, it all starts in your mind. It all begins in your mind. If you believe a certain way about yourself, that's what it is. So if you believe you can do it, you can do it. If you believe that you can't do it, guess what? You can't do it. And so you got to get your mind together. You definitely do. And I think it's very commendable that you want to go back and that you have gone back to serve in your community and for the children that are coming up. And, many of us, we say that I wish the things that I know now that I had known then.
Right.
But no, everybody knows that we can't turn back the hands of time. So the best thing we can do is to impart that information in the generation coming up behind us. You're doing a great job with that.
Thank you.
So tell us about your speaking. You said that you speak as well.
Yes, I do. So I'm a certified speaker through Les Brown, and I spoke on his last Power Voice Summit 4.
Oh, Les Brown. I was just on a call with him a couple weeks ago. If you go back through my pages, you'll see he and I.
Awesome. Yeah, I was very blessed and fortunate to be on his last summit. I was one of 20 speakers who spoke on his last Power Voice Summit. I was on the Comeback Champion Summit as well this last month. So this is kind of like maybe this. It's just something that's building, something that I've gained a lot of momentum with as of late, just because we're not playing. We're not playing sports right now, so I have a lot of free time from coaching because there's no sports going on in California. And so I got into this thing, and I've always had to have this gift, this knack for public speaking and just speaking life into people, helping them feel better about themselves and get them off their butt and to do something about their life, like to get going, to get to work. So I started this journey, and now it's like create this momentum, and I'm running with it. It's time to go. It's time to go.
That's wonderful. If you really want to know about speaking, listen to Les Brown. He'll tell you.
Absolutely.
He can teach all of us some things. I enjoy speaking with him. I enjoy working with him as well. That's good. So as far as your speaking, and I know you said that you were with the Comeback Champions, which I was on that platform as well. What do you plan to do next? Where are you taking your speaking to?
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream when you're fast will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a
All right. Yeah, that's a great question. So I actually have 2 additional summits already booked for this summer, and I have another additional. I have 5 other podcasts or shows similar to this one here, Dr. Jackson Dean, and scheduled already for in the near future this summer. And I'm also co-writing 2 books as we speak. So we're getting that going too. So I'm just on this journey, Dr. Jackson Dean. I'm on this journey, and the Lord has just provided these resources and these opportunities. Because if you ask, be careful what you ask for, because you will receive it, right? You got to be careful. And I've asked for this, and now I'm reaping what I've been sowing for all these years, these desires. And again, my favorite book tells us the desires of our heart will come to pass, right? They will come to pass as we surrender our soul, our being to our Father, and He will give us the desires of our heart, right? All right. Yeah. So I'm here in California, Central California, and the Central Coast.
Someday my prince will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream when your fast will come. Someday we'll meet again to be happy forever. I know a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the wish that you make will come true. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the wish that you make will come true.
Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the Bible also says that a man's gifts make room for him. And it looks like your gifts are making room for you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Coach B, for being the best part of Just So You Know Moment with a Twist TV talk show. Let us give everybody a Princess Way. Good night. Ooh, yeah, good job. I like that. To learn more about Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the services, and the books that I offer, visit us online at www.drlashandajacksondean.com/shop. Please join us the next time for the next episode of Just So You Know Moments with a Twist TV talk show. Bye bye for now.
Me.
This is Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just so